All right. Hello, everyone. This is Leon Moore here with the wonderfully talented Katie Knipp. We are here to discuss not only her musical accolades, but a little bit about her musical history, her experience as a Simply Music teacher, and all of that good stuff. So with that being said, hi, Katie. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we're going to maybe start from the beginning, I guess. If you want to give us a bit of a story about yourself, your musical inspirations over the years, how you started playing piano, guitar, singing, what your experience has been like as a Simply Music teacher, all of that. I'll let you take the floor. We can start as early as you'd like.
So I've been an independent recording artist and performer for about 20 years. I got a Bachelor of Arts in Music in vocal performance, and it was there that I started learning piano. So I got a pretty late start in piano. And I used it as a songwriting tool and performing. And in college, I started teaching myself guitar as another songwriting tool. And for a while, I worked at a bank and just performed a lot at night, but then I got really depressed about that situation, and I decided, I discovered Simply Music. And so 8 years ago, I got certified as a teacher, and it's been super fun doing that. And I've released 5 albums, and it's been really exciting this past year.
Great. So speaking of this past year, Katie has recently been not only nominated for Best New Artist in Sacramento for blues, but also won the SAMMIE Awards, which is the Sacramento, I think, annual music awards, or the News and Reviews, essentially Sacramento Grammys, if you will. Congratulations on that, by the way. It's
Thanks.
Quite an accomplishment. But why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Not only the SAMMIE Awards, but Katie has also hit number 10 on the Billboard charts, and I'll let you kind of, take it from there. But why don't you tell us a little bit about that experience and what it's been like for you?
Sure. So in November, I released an album, a new album, and I decided to have a really strong pre-sale campaign because I learned that it really isn't rocket science to get on the charts. You just have to pre-sale your album a lot. Like I think I pre-sold about 500 copies. So I aggressively marketed for about 2.5 months before the release of it. And so on release day, when you set an official release date with all of the platforms, the barcode that's assigned to your album gets dinged all those times on that day. So I was hoping for enough dings to get on the Heat Seekers Pacific Billboard chart.
Okay. For those that don't know what that is.
That's just kind of like the, hey, here's a newcomer that's selling on their own, yay, right?
Yeah.
What I didn't expect that morning I saw the Billboard charts was that I was also number 10 on blues albums. There's only 15 spots for that chart, and everybody surrounding my name were just all these famous people. Yeah. Like, Kenny Wayne Shepherd and Buddy Guy and all these people. And I was like, and there's me. And it's exciting because I'm not on a label. Yeah. I'm still not on a label. I just signed with Marin Artists Agency. They're a booking agency, not a label. So that was really exciting. So I think the traction and the shows I've been playing got some attention locally. And so that's why I got nominated for Artist of the Year and Blues Artist for the SAMMIEs. And it was really an honor to get any award. And blues it's still kind of interesting to me because I know I'm not 100% blues, but this category seems to be niche just enough to have me on there. I don't know, because I like jazz and other things too, but it's great to have some recognition there, because I guess I've been singing blues my whole life, but I haven't been playing it my whole life, so I still have a lot to learn.
Right, as do we all. forever a student, right?
Yes.
Even as a teacher, I think we're always constantly, learning. So over the years, who has been some of your musical influences? Maybe you can share with us some of the artists that have kind of lit your fire a little bit.
Yeah, Nina Simone is one of them. And then I've recently, not too recently, but one of my loves is slide blues guitar. And I really like raw sounds. So I've been absorbing a lot of Sun House lately, and just kind of playing that sort of style on my dobro. So Sun House, Nina Simone, anybody that just has their own unique voice. So I also really like people like Rhiannon Giddens of the Carolina Chocolate Drops. I like Lake Street Dive, Irma Thomas, Alan Toussaint, Dr. John.
Yeah.
So those people, I guess, I listen to the most.
So your latest album, titled, I believe, Take It With You.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about some of the inspiration behind that, because I believe been some life stories and some trials and tribulations that have inspired that, perhaps, or maybe you want to just shed some light on the inspiration behind that.
Yeah, I think I finally found my sound, and that's why things have shifted. And the reason why I think I finally found my true sound is because my spirit changed. And the reason why it changed is because I became a mother, and then I became a mother again. So I have two toddlers 19 months apart. So for quite a while I was in the breastfeeding stages, I didn't get even a second to play anything for probably close to a year and a half. And so that was extremely challenging mentally for me and emotionally.
I can imagine.
So my concept of what's important and my concept of time shifted enough to where every second I used was never wasted. I think before kids, I wasted too much time. I probably watched too much TV, you know, all the crap we do when we're younger. So everything just became more valuable. The moments I got to finally get back on stage were so valuable to me that my gratitude just exploded, and the audiences could, I think, feel it and pick up on it. And so the way I performed, the way I sing, the way I recorded, the way I wrote this new album, just, I guess it was just 110% me finally, as opposed to me trying to be anybody else or sound like anybody else.
Sure.
I don't waste time on that anymore. So that's kind of what it comes down to. So some songs are based off stories from years ago. Some are fictional. Some are some are brand new. Sort of a collection of songs, you know. Some lyrics were written while typing in my notes section of my phone while breastfeeding at 3 a.m, you know. Right. So during the time I was
doing what you can, yeah.
In the thick of motherhood, I was still throwing little tidbits here and there where I could, as far as ideas are concerned.
Great. So with now you have this beautiful new album. Are you gigging constantly? How do you balance your time between teaching, being a mother, being a performing artist? How's that for you?
Well, it's still challenging regarding gigging. So I only gig an average of 2 to 3 times a month.
Okay.
What I do make sure is that each gig is a good big one, you know. For example, opening for some real headliners like, you know, Joan Osborne, Robert Cray, John Cleary. John Cleary, by the way, I was the most starstruck with, because all you Simply Music teachers out there, he's a monster of New Orleans piano. John Cleary. Anyway, there's his plug.
Know about that.
Yeah. So this summer I'm on a festival with trombone shorty and Buddy Guy, and like
Awesome.
I'm the only I'm the only solo act on the festival bill, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, but all of these other openers, they've wanted me to be solo for like Jimmy Vaughn and stuff. So I've kind of gotten my nerves exercised enough to keep doing these things. But my band is doing some more gigs together now. We're doing the DeVille Theater next week, and
awesome. Some
other things. So yeah, it's challenging for my family for me to be gone any more than 2 or 3 times a month. So.
I can imagine. I'd love to share a little snippet of some of your latest work. So we'll take just a moment here and share with the Simply Music community and the world a little bit of Katie Knipp. So with that being said, you want to tee up the title of the song you'd like for us to have a listen to?
Sure. There's this song called I Don't Sing For You, and it's about finally not thinking about someone that was a muse for many years.
All right. So,
and feeling free.
I'm going to give you a little sample. We'll be back in just a second, and enjoy. Okay, Katie, so I just want to give you a chance to share any upcoming events that you might want to promote or anything you want to share with the Simply Music community. I mean, how has Simply Music impacted your life? How long have you been teaching? Maybe give us a little insight to that.
Yeah, I've been teaching for 8 years, and it's definitely made me a better player, which obviously translates to all the other performing stuff and songwriting stuff. So I love it. There was a time where my studio had like 40 students, but now I'm down to maybe between 10 and 15 because of the mothering, balancing and stuff. But I still just love it. And it allows me to work from home, obviously, and raise my boys. So.
Right. How did you come across Simply Music, if you don't mind me asking? It's always kind of fun to find out.
Oh, when I was living in Marin County, I was looking for lessons. And so Jai Groner,
Love Jai,
the teacher in Corte Madera at the time. So I got on her radar, and then things just kind of snowballed from there later, I guess.
Great. Well, it's been a real pleasure getting to know Katie Knipp. Thank you for spending some time with us today, and wishing you all the best in your musical endeavors and your career as a teacher and your motherhood and all of the above.
Well, thanks so much.
Absolutely. All right, Katie, thanks for your time again, and take care.